When I first heard about the trip, I love traveling, and I haven't been to Asia, and I really was a big fan of PowerMentor, and so when I heard about the trip and I heard about the purpose of the trip, I jumped on board right away.
Doors only open if you take risks. So that's why I did. I just say yes to it. I said, yeah, I'll go. The whole trip was like a movie, beginning to end. Everything went perfectly fine.
I think it was like 2 years we were planning. It wasn't just like instant, like we were like just gonna go and do something. It took some time, and it took about 2 years.
It's going to be really complicated. There's going to be a lot of moving parts. We're going to have to do kind of what the Korean guys wanted us to do.
I knew that it was going to be a trip that was going to be rewarding and, more of a purpose and a sense of, a special sense of meaning to the trip.
I've never really went to a different country before, and this is not for a vacation. It was for a mission, to go help out the people in need.
No, as we're moving along, Kevin was letting me know kind of the logistics and what we're going to be getting involved in.
And to tell you the truth, I didn't think it was gonna happen, but when the day came, it was a great feeling.
So when we were at the airport, it felt like it was really gonna happen.
Feeling of this is going to be complicated, this is going to be difficult, but also kind of that excitement of these people are really behind us and they really want us to do this. So it was exciting.
And but then you guys meet up with the general and with all the Korean different organization, and you meet with the Korean people in the village. And I was surprised when you guys are right there. You guys stay connect with us, and I was happy for that. It's even though we are not there, I feel like we are there. You guys are there and we are there, and we help each other out.
That's right. Yeah, so we just plan medical things and education, and that's all we plan for this year. Is again go and see anything we can help for medical sister, and education. And we also plan to make a schools and medical clinics.
So when I met the Korean guys, I was surprised how committed they were with all the coordination and the meetings we were going through. And when I saw how serious they were, it made me want to be a part of something big too.
Well, we were so far away. It was a 13-hour drive from Chiang Mai to Bangkok, and then a 5.5-hour drive through the most treacherous road into Lê Thang that I've ever seen.
That we got a chance to build some clinic tables made out of wood for this clinic, and I don't know, this wood was hard as stone. It was ridiculous. We needed I don't know, I felt like we needed chainsaws, but all we had was saws, and it took us a while, but we got them done. But we also got help from the rest of the Korean guys there. We got some of them to start running a handmade hand generator. I don't know how they did it, but they pulled it off.
When I made college, and then I got a phone call for Kevin, and then he just told me that I have to talk to the people in the village, and then I feel so excited to talk to them.
But when I saw you, Kevin, and the groups were there, and we talked to each other on Skype or Facebook, and I saw exactly what it looked like, and I met with the people, and we able to talk to the people. Really, really excited.
So I was incredibly impressed. He was able to remotely get the Korean group on live at 2 a.m. their time in San Diego, so they could speak to the soldiers, to the IDP camp refugees. So it was incredibly effective. I just thought it was amazing.
I got to see my parents. Before then I was call you. I was calling him with a song. I was like, hey son, can you make sure with the Kevins and those guys over there? So can you tell them where's my parents will be there and the place over there? And then you guys make a real connection to each other, and literally you made it, and you met with my parents, and I met my parents. I was like, oh man.
One of the most memorable things for me was DeGray's parents, when we were able to have them spend time with us, and we were able to Skype and get DeGray. We had a hotel room for his parents. They'd never been to a hotel before, and then we allowed DeGray to communicate with them, setting up an iPad for them so that they could just talk freely and have, conversations with their family and everyone that the DeGray set up for them here. It's just amazing.
So when we pass by refugee camps where there's like 10, 20,000 people that can't leave and they're just stuck there trying to survive, it's first thing that came into my mind was like, this is really unfair. Like, why are these people unable to just live in their own land? Why are they out here in the outskirts protected by a whole different government?
Well, the trip to the military soldiers was shocking. It was heartbreaking. A lot of these soldiers looked 15 and a half, 16 years old, and at that age nobody should be faced with that kind of the violence and that threat of another army coming in. I mean, I know it's a common theme with many countries, the kind of ethnic cleansing by the military government, but it was kind of heartbreaking. But their sense of pride and their sense of need to maintain their land and defend their land and defend the people that are innocent, and they just want to farm and they want to have simple lives.
When I get a call from Kevin and I didn't know what I had to say, and he was like, 1, 2, 3, you on, and like, oh, I had to start talking, and I start talking to them, and it's also my first time talking to a Korean soldier. I never see a Korean soldier before, so that's my first time talking to them, and I just give a little speak to them, like like I just thank them. They take care of our Korean people.
I think another part was the general. I remember DeGray, how surprised he was. He said, we were really surprised that you guys were able to do everything you said you guys were going to do. You did, and that was just amazing. And I think also seeing the guys when they got to get on the Skype and be able to talk to villagers and large groups of people and share their hearts with them, and that it was on loudspeaker, and then the people could talk back and the guys could hear them. And I thought how amazing, just how incredibly amazing of an opportunity that was to provide for them.
I thought it was a really good meeting for the Korean guys, and for really for them kind of getting to know some of what the general thought, and like it sounded like he was really connected to what was going on with the Korean guys internationally and in the U.S. So I think it was actually turned out to be really good and really important that they kind of got that message.
Yeah, it was really surprising. He was meeting with the general.
Meeting with the general was, first of all, he's a really hard person to track down and sit down with. I thought it was very heavy. It was very meaningful. I actually felt very glad and grateful to be in his presence and be able to kind of sit down and listen to what he had to say, and be part of gifting him a couple items from PowerMentor.
What an amazing team we had. All the guys, just incredible, the way that each person just played to their strengths.
We had a really good team. I think everyone kind of brought their own strengths to the team.
Each person was very diverse, different ages, different backgrounds, different cultural backgrounds, but we all came together, and it was really special. It was actually a real treat to see us each bring different skills, different characteristics, different personalities, sense of humors, and come together cohesively and effectively.
The group was different because every one of us was different.
It is a little intimidating, but I'll let you know for sure that once you go there and you come back, you're a different person. Not just inside, you feel different and you see things different. When you go to places like that and you see people that don't have anything and are happiest people on earth, and you come here and you think like, because you don't have materialistic things, that you can't live right, or you're not happy. There's people that don't have anything that are happy.
I think it's definitely worth your time to go and to just see a place like that, and to see how you can help and how the people there need help, and how we can better kind of coordinate that. And you're going to learn how to work with people from different cultures, language barriers. So you learn a lot when you go there, and the team really works well. I think it'll work well together, and you'll have a really impactful experience if you go.
There was really no electricity, or let alone running water. So if you wanted to do anything in the middle of the night, then you were out of luck, unless you had no fear. But I definitely didn't get up. I would just wait.
I mean, when they wave goodbye, it's kind of sad that that you're leaving, but also it's kind of exciting. Like, you know, where the next place we're going, what's our next opportunity, how can we keep helping them, and how can we help the next people that we go see.
It really impacted me when we were leaving and everybody was waving goodbye. I felt like we shouldn't have left. I felt deep down inside that I wanted to stay a little bit longer. Not only because we were helping them, but because they became our friends.
Again, Kawthoolei and Ka, because Kawthoolei was really kind, and he was very considerate. At any given moment, he would do anything that we would ask.
Kawthoolei and Ka, incredible guys that we just grew very, very attached to, and we look forward to continuing to support them in any way we can. And very, very thankful.
My mom and dad, they don't really talk as much. They're Vietnamese, so there's kind of like a language barrier. But I showed my dad the pictures, and him nodding his head was all I needed, because that shows that he really appreciated what I did, and it was. It surprises my group of friends, because none of us have ever done anything like this before. Like something like this is what they see on TV shows or on the TV, doing missions, so giving out medical supplies and helping out people in need.
This trip puts you in situations where you are challenged, but you're supported by everybody around you. So it puts you in situations where you kind of harness skills, harness qualities you didn't know you had, puts you on the forefront and allows you to kind of nurture these skills that you had, these traits and characteristics. And it really empowers you and strengthens your leadership skills, and everybody around you kind of senses that and supports one another. This is a life-changing trip. I mean, I'll never be able to replicate this in my life. And I knew that we were going to camps. I knew that we were bringing in medicine, and I knew that we were bringing in food, and I knew that we were going to have an impact, on people, and it was going to have an impact on me. But the most rewarding thing I took from this trip was being an ambassador for the Karen group here. I didn't realize the totality of that until I got there. Being an ambassador gave the trip an extra layer of purpose, an extra layer of responsibility, which made the trip so special. So as we moved along, and I realized that we were ambassadors, we were showing videos, live videos, but we were showing a video we made to the IDP camps and carrying a message that the Karen group in San Diego are educating themselves. They're going to come back. They're going to come back with valuable skills, and we were relaying this message to them.